Hello guys, sorry I have some issues with my audio. So okay, so let's start. So first of all, I want to show you something. I am using some indicators. This indicator is actually same as my indicator. Well, the same similar calculations as my previous indicator of OBB. I will explain this after I finish the live stream. And also I'm using this volume profile. I'm testing actually this volume profile. The name is Quadro Volume Profile. Actually, it's very interesting. Actually, I really like it. It's way much better, actually, in my opinion, than the volume profile of TradingView. But well, I will explain to you, like in the almost in the second part of this live stream, why I'm using this. Okay. So first of all, here, let me show you. Last time we were here, exactly here in this area. And as I said before, like, okay, time is almost over in 4-hour chart, right? So I want to start looking for actually a long position. And after that, what you can see, you can go to my journal in my website, and I posted that trade a couple days ago. And after that, I was looking for a breakout, right? So what happened after that? My target was around 90K, around there. And well, now we have the target, as you can see here. This trade was successful. Perfect. Okay. Now, what is actually the next step? Well, let me show you here. Now, Bitcoin is testing resistance around $92,000 around here. So I am in short. Let me show you here. This is my website, and I'm gonna share with you actually my position. I posted my position here yesterday. Yesterday around 1 p.m. Of course in Japan time. So as you can see here, and my entry is 91,150 around here, and my stop loss are around 93K and 3x, and I am explaining here the reasons why I opened this short. Okay, but okay, let me show you here in the chart why actually I am in short. First of all, because it's resistance. Second thing is because the ADX is getting negative here, and as you can see here, the curve is about to show a sell signal very soon. Of course, resistance, so we are following the trend, and the trend is to the downside in 4-hour chart. So let me show you here. We have this one here. We have this one was a bit stronger, but this one here. We have this one here, and now we have this one here. So the direction is to the downside. Now, I am not looking for new lows. I have to tell you, I am not looking for new lows. Actually, I'm looking for maybe a pullback to maybe $86,000, $87,000. And let me show you actually what I'm expecting. Let me show you here. Something like this. Something like this. Something like this. Like a bounce in one day chart. The target should be around $100,000, 97, 96 in December potentially, but I'm looking for this. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, of course, yes, but that is my expectation as long as Bitcoin is printing the buy signal in one day chart. Let me show you in one day chart what is what we have right now here. In one day chart, officially we have a buy signal here, ADX is negative here, buy signal here in curve. So the expectation is sideways here, sideways. Well, that is one possibility, and the second possibility is bounce. Okay, as long as we have this buy signal, I am not expecting new lows. I am expecting just sideways or bounce. This bounce, of course, is going to be a sell opportunity in one day chart. Yep. So let me show you here the resistance. The resistance is very clear. Right now, the second resistance is around $95,000 around here. And if for some reason right now Bitcoin is pumping very hard, it's going to be around 100K. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't see the evidence right now. Bitcoin will pump just to 100K right now. I don't think so. I think it's just that is going to happen potentially in December. So right now, what I'm looking for is a potential just pullback here, around maybe $86,000 around here, and after that, like ABC pattern here in higher time frames. Let me show you here. This ABC move, A, B, and C. This B is going to be the retracement. Maybe it's going to be your opportunity to enter another long position here and looking for this C wave, looking for maybe 97, 100K. Now, I am not actually very like bullish right now here. Of course not. I am just playing the bounce here. I am actually trading both like long and shorts, but as long as we have this buy signal here in 1-day chart, I am, well, conservative bullish, you know, looking for this bounce. Now, I am looking for actually a pullback. Remember, this technical analysis for maybe the next 10 to 10 days, almost 2 weeks. But right now, if we go to 12-hour chart, let me show you something very interesting. Bitcoin actually right now is running out of time, where curve here, this curve here is crossing the center line here. Of course, we have a very nice bounce. Let me show you here. Since the buy signal here it was 84, we have an 8% bounce. Actually, not bad. And I'm expecting a sell signal the first week of December. So if that happens, of course, I'm expecting around $86,000, $87,000 to be tested as support. Remember, it's just ABC bounce, and that's all. Now, let me show you something. This is very interesting here. This indicator, the OBB I'm using here, is a new calculation using KDA. KDA is in statistics and probabilities. Well, basically, it's gonna help me to calculate the density or where actually the OBB is spending the most time. And actually it's very, very interesting here. Let me show you why, because the next thing I want to explain to you is using this indicator, but I need to explain to you how it's working in the big picture. It's very simple, very, very straightforward. Let me show you here in weekly chart for Bitcoin. And I will do that maybe in 3-day chart. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, okay. It's very simple. When the line here, the green line and the yellow line here are between 100 and 180, we are in a bull market. Basically, it's very simple. We are in a bull market, as you can see here. We have this spike here, and all of this area, right? We have a massive bull market, right? When the market is a bear market, the market is gonna be in the red zone. We are in a bear market, okay? Bull market, right? Bull market, and of course bear market here. You see, bull market again here. Okay, so bear market is the best time for accumulation, as you can see here. When we have in 3-day chart, according to this chart, we have almost the bottom here, as you can see here, right? It's very simple. Actually, I built this indicator. I spent like maybe 1 month or 2 building this. Of course, thanks to AI, I have to be honest, I could actually finish this indicator even faster. But well, the idea was there because I like maths. Also, I'm doing this for a living as well. So that's why I wanted to improve always my indicators. Let me show you here. So as you can see here, we have a very, very obvious signal, much better than before, where actually is the potential bottom of the markets. As you can see here, every time when Bitcoin in 3-day chart is around this area, we have around maybe 6 months for accumulation. Around here, around 5 months for accumulation, and here 6 months for accumulation as well. So this is the best timing to buy. And as you can see in the price action, is almost the bottom. Not perfect, but it's almost the bottom, as you can see here, right? So, why I build this? It's very simple. You want to buy and hold, right? It's very simple. You want to ride all the trend. Well, with this indicator, now you can do that. When you finally has this buy opportunity here, and finally the green line is in above 80, the only thing we have to do is holding. That's all. Holding for maybe a couple years, as you can see here, and that's all. Now, why is happening this? It's very simple. It's because OBB is just rising. The volume is increasing. It's increasing here, so that's why it's between 80 and 100. It's increasing here, 80 and 100. You see, when finally the bear market is coming, it's very simple. Let me show you here. When the bear market is coming, usually it happens when the 80 level is broken. 80 level is broken and game over. We are gonna see the bear market. Of course, potentially sometimes we have some bounces here, but in general, that's the rule. When we see the 80 level broken, well, the bear market is here, okay? So right now, technically speaking, in this time frame, we are in a bear market, but we are very far away from the bottom. We are not there yet. Actually, it's gonna take maybe a long time. For example, here, from the last break in 2021 to the bottom here was around 1 year. So right now we started here just in November, 2 weeks ago, 1 year. I'm talking about around, the bottom should be around here, around October, maybe potentially, maybe in summer around here, the bottom should be here. Now that's actually telling me, well, is it time to start looking for a potential bottom? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin is just gonna be in sideways, bounces, and after that, we will see maybe a Bitcoin here around 6 months just in accumulation phase. Okay, in accumulation phase, around here, this area. Now, as you can see here, the volume here, this area, this indicator here in the middle, is I'm using this as to identify bullish divergences and bearish divergences way much better than my previous indicator. Similar calculations as curve, but as you can see here, we have a bearish divergence, we have bullish divergence in volume. So let me show you a very good example. For example, right now here in the for example here, we have, of course, this is too far, but we can do it manually. We have a bullish divergence here, right? We have a bullish divergence here in volume. Also, we have a bullish divergence here in also we have a bullish divergence here. Let me show you weekly chart. I think is better for this example. Yeah. As you can see here, we have the bullish divergence here, bullish divergence here, bullish divergence here, and also bullish divergence here. So this is a clear actually bottom here for me. So something is that for me was very complicated to identify in my previous indicator. Of course, I am testing this indicator, still testing, but I wanted to show you actually I am building this new version. And well, let me show you what I want. Let me show you something very interesting in 1-day chart. In 1-day chart, we have here, as you can see here, we are gonna have a cross here. That means this is just gonna be a bounce. Let me show you in the past. When we have this cross, potentially here, this cross here, about to, we'll see a bounce. You see, ABC bounce. Let me show you here. It's gonna be much better here. Yeah. When the cross is about to happen here, we already have a ABC cross, but when we have this line, the OBB above the moving average here, finally is when we enter in accumulation zone, and we cannot expect new lows. Actually, we can expect just sideways here, and after that potential trend to the upside. Okay, so that's why right now Bitcoin, according to this this analysis, Bitcoin is about to enter in actually an accumulation phase, at least just for this bounce. So what I'm trying to say is Jonas gonna keep pumping here, right? Potentially we could see this cross here. So the pullbacks you see here, for example, if we see this pullback around $88,000, is gonna be a long opportunity, not short, long opportunity. Okay, we enter in long position, we play the pullbacks. In my case, I am doing short and long because, well, if you want to do, you can do that, but if you feel like you don't have enough experience, don't fight the trend. And the trend right now in 4-hour chart is to the upside, right? This is just gonna be a pullback. Here, looking for the MA55 potentially here, and maybe 87 around here. But overall, as long as it's holding here, the next buy signal you see here, it should be to the upside. Okay, the worst scenario is maybe Bitcoin testing the previous low, this low. Well, even if we see that, it's gonna be a buy opportunity. Okay. And why is a buy opportunity? No shorts. I mean, no swing shorts. Let me clarify. No swing short. Like from here to 50k, 40k. No. That is not going to happen. At least not this year. I think. And maybe it could happen in the Q1 or Q2 or 2026, but not now. Why I am telling you this is because we have a potential buy signal in weekly chart forming. Yeah, we have a potential buy signal forming here. Okay, here. This one potentially could be a buy signal in December. Okay, and it's gonna be effective December, January, and February. So, as I said before, yesterday, this buy signal could be enough just to trigger, just to push Bitcoin to 100k. Hopefully, maybe to 115. It will be awesome. And but for me, my resistance right now, as you can see here with the volume profile I'm using, is even actually much better. Is between $95,000 to 97, 98. Here is the resistance, exactly where is the MA55, and the support is very obvious, right? It's around $84,000, $85,000 around here, as you can see here. So if you are bullish, you want to see something like this, right? Breaking the MA55 and new highs. In my case, I am defensive. I am just looking for sideways for the next 3 months, potentially. Why? Because, again, if we study here right now, the OBB, every time when Bitcoin is, OBB in weekly chart is breaking here, breaking this 80 level here, is where we have actually something very interesting. Let me show you here. We have actually here sideways, and after that a crash. Let me show you here. Here, sideways and crash, and after that here actually it was a little bit different. We already have the bottom here. Yeah, it actually, this was very interesting here. But the thing here is, what I'm trying to say is, well, I'm expecting sideways here, sideways here, sideways here, and also potentially sideways here. Okay, so that's why I am looking for a bear market. Yes, next year, not now. I'm still looking for a bounce. Yep. So that's why be careful here. If you are super bearish, like you are following Twitter or whatever, YouTube, whatever, and you see all the crypto YouTubers calling for the bear market, usually they are wrong, right? Because we don't follow YouTubers, right? Well, technically I'm a YouTuber right now, but in my case, I don't follow any news, any other technical analysis. I just follow my system of trading. That's all. So in 4-hour chart, let me show you here. Right now here, as I said before, this is resistance, right? Here I close my long position. Okay, now the direction is like this. Is sideways here, sideways, and downside. Where the target for me, right? I could be wrong, right? The target for me should be around $86,000, $87,000, around this area. Of course, at this point, when I see the previous low here around $90,000 taken, I will just protect my entry, and I will just wait, because it's a swing short in 4-hour chart. That means at least 48 hours I have to wait, okay? Because weekend is coming. Well, Bitcoin is just gonna be in sideways. Usually it's not moving. Weekends, I will have to wait for Monday or Tuesday next week. Also, one more thing here is the monthly is coming. Monthly close is coming. Let me show you something very interesting here. Using this volume profile, new volume profile, is very interesting, because looks like around here, that's why this volume profile caught my attention, because no one, I mean, the volume, the buy pressure here and the sell pressure is nothing, you see. That's why Bitcoin actually crashed from 126 to 90k, 80k so fast, because as you can see here, there is nothing to support the price. Actually, that I was expecting something like this, but as you can see here, we have just a little bit of support around 60k, where is the moving average, the monthly. So, but where is the real support is around 40k. Yeah, so that's why, of course, as I said before, as I said yesterday, I'm planning to buy Bitcoin around 60K, 65. Yes, definitely, yes, I will do that. And but I will start thinking seriously to buy Bitcoin even more if I see around 40K potentially in the next bear market. Okay. Okay, now let's continue in 1 hour chart because maybe you want to trade right now. Let me show you here. We have here the sell signal here, formally speaking, was here in this around $91,200, around there, around my entry point. And as you can see here, the target is gonna be the ME55 around $90,000. In my case, I will just keep holding my position because the volatility is very low. It's very low. Potentially, we will see a 4-hour chart sell signal very soon, maybe today, and tomorrow 12-hour sell signal that is going to help me to trigger and potentially see maybe $87,000, 88. And from here, my friend, here, as long as Bitcoin is above $86,000, $87,000, I am bullish looking for the bounce. Remember, the bounce all December, okay? I am not shorting swing shorts like zero Bitcoin, no. I am looking for longs. I am in long position right now, weekly swing position. My entry price is $82,000. I am here. This is my entry, but I am looking for maybe potentially close my position maybe by the end of December or maybe in January. It depends. As long as Bitcoin is, I'm not planning to close my position. I will just keep this long position. And in my Smile account, I am trading this all the moves here. Okay guys, so now let's continue here. Let me see. Let's talk about, let me see the comments. Hello Manik, I hope you're doing well. Solana 4-hour chart and 1 day chart. Okay, 4-hour chart and okay, 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, same as Bitcoin, testing resistance, right? Looking for pullback. This pullback here, as you can see here, testing resistance here in this area. Yep. And also we have some accumulation actually right now in volume. So I will be careful here. Maybe potentially Solana could hold 137. Any close below here, you see another test to me 126. Let me see 1 day chart. 1 day chart. 1 day chart is not looking great, huh? No, it's not looking great. Looks like this thing is gonna be in sideways for a while. Looks like Solana is gonna do something like this. It's gonna be just be in sideways, something like this. Okay, why? Because by the next Friday or Wednesday maybe you will see the sell signal here. If you see Solana or even Bitcoin printing a sell signal in 1 day chart next week, because we have around 10 days or around 11 days. If we see the sell signal in 1 day chart for Bitcoin, it will continue crashing, and potentially the buy signal in weekly chart will be invalidated. We will see invalidation there. So that's why careful here if you're trading altcoins. Well, personally speaking, I don't do that. It's super risky trading in futures altcoins. I don't like it. I don't do that. Okay, now let's continue with more. Another, for example, Ethereum. Ethereum, what is doing? We have exactly the same thing. Buy signal here. Let me see what 4-hour chart. Same thing as Bitcoin. Printing actually a better divergence here right now. Looking for actually a pullback, something like this. Looking for the first target should be around 2,800, 900. If that area is broken, potentially 2,700. But the volume actually is getting better and better. Let me show you here. We have here the volume here outside of the 20 level. 20 level, that means when you see the market around here in this area, usually it's in sideways here. So you cannot expect new lows. Okay. So this pullback, if we see it, of course we will see it. I think it's gonna be a buy opportunity, long position opportunity, or buy opportunity, whatever you want to call it. You're looking for buying in the long term. Well, that is another thing, right? But okay, now let's continue with the monthly. I want to see the monthly, how it's looking here. Looks like Ethereum is about to test in December, potentially 2,600. Looks like that. We have a better divergence in the monthly here. Let me show you here. We have a better divergence here, ADX negative here. So if we see a bounce in December, it's gonna be very, very small, I think. And after that, continuation to 2,300. That is the target. Now let's continue with more. Let me see. Yeah, BNB. Yeah, BNB. Let me see BNB. BNB. On the chart. On the chart. On the chart is in resistance right now. This is resistance here around in 900. Looking for pullback. Let me see. Yeah, definitely. It's doing the same thing as Bitcoin. I think all the altcoins they are getting ready for a pullback, as you can see here. We will see a sell signal very soon here, looking for around 840, 850, potentially, yes, around there. Now let's continue with USDT. USDT, I want to see, yeah, look at this. Bullish divergence in 4-hour chart. This is going to bounce, okay? So I'm pretty sure we will see a pullback today and tomorrow, or the weekend, and potentially next week. Looking for 6.45, maybe around this area. For around this area, I'm looking for USDT. Let me see when the chart. When the chart is printing sell signal here. For overall, actually, same thing. I am looking for actually a pullback. But I have bad news for you, my friend. This is a trend. This is just gonna be a buy opportunity here and continuation. Looking for actually new all-time highs. Yep, new all-time highs. Let's talk about the weekly chart. Let me see weekly chart here. Weekly chart, yeah, ADX is positive here. Very good. In the monthly, let me see the monthly because actually I want to see the close is coming. The close is coming. Okay. Okay. This is not that bad. I think it's gonna be just a little bit more in sideways, maybe in December. But overall, I'm bullish here. Looking for maybe 7%. Yes, in the long term. Yeah, definitely, yes. And this is my concern. Bi-monthly. First buy signal in the bi-monthly in this chart. My God. This is going to be nasty maybe next year. Okay. Now let's continue. Let me see the comments. Gold. Okay. I think I'll finish with Bitcoin. As you can see here, my technical analysis is working. Looking for in 1-hour chart 89, 900, potentially my target is around 87, 88. I will just protect my entry. Right now. Let me see how is actually going my trade right now. One moment, let me see. Well, only 2% profit for now. Let's see, if Bitcoin crashed to 89, I will be maybe 5-6%. Usually I'm looking for 2.50 risk and reward ratio or more. So that's why I'm waiting. I am just waiting. Okay, let's see stock market. Let's talk about, first let's check okay, let's talk about gold. Okay, you want to see gold. Okay, let's do that. Gold is flying. Okay, let me see on the chart. Well, maybe flying in only 1 hour, right? Because this thing is just sideways here. We have a sell signal here in the chart, so I am looking for maybe just sideways here, The volume profile is telling me here, this is the resistance, as you can see here. This is resistance, so sideways here. Of course, as long as it's holding the MA55, eventually we could expect a breakout here. Only if respects the MA55. Let's see for our chart. In 4-hour chart, yeah, it's flying. Well, let me see in 1 minute chart. I'm kidding. Better divergence here. This is resistance here. Careful here. Yeah, in 1-hour chart is flying. Wow, awesome. 1%. Okay. Let's see weekly chart. I want to see weekly chart. Let me see how it's looking. We're in a bull market. Look at this. With this indicator, we can see where we are in a bull market since we started here. here in 2023, and since then we are in a bull market. I am not actually bearish. Look at this bull market here. I love this indicator. When I was building this, I got impressed by the results in bull markets, as you can see here. And only a few times we had a bear market here for gold. This region was the bear market here. Of course, you can see the price was crashing, but accumulation phase in volume. Of course, we can expect a reversal here. Also, we have another phase, only two times actually, bear markets here for gold around here in 2018. Okay, now let me see the monthly. I think we have enough data to see the monthly here. Yep. Look at this. Wow. This thing, you study the volume, it was technically not dead, but it was not very strong. As you can see here, it was just in sideways here, in sideways. With this indicator, I can see new things. Look at this. This was just sideways here. Of course, it's not looking like sideways, but in volume, it was just in sideways here, right? This area. And finally, the breakout here. The breakout happened here. And we, in the monthly, enter in a bull market. Now it's in a bull market here. Same as 2006. Same as 2006. And since then, almost 9 years in bull market. So this thing just came here in 2024. So we can expect, according to this data, at least until 2030, potentially a bull market for gold. Wow. Awesome. Let's talk about the SP 500. Let's see. Okay, now let's continue with one-day chart. Same as yesterday, you see? Don't short, just follow the trend. The trend is your friend. That's the only thing you have to do. Okay, now let's continue with Adobe. Adobe buy signal here in one-day chart, looking for a bounce, 340 potentially. Let me see here, weekly chart. Look at this. This is the support. You see, all the green area is the support. Resistance is around 340. We don't have technically right now we are in accumulation phase. Here and here. As long as it's not making new lows, I am bullish here. Let me see the monthly. Monthly. Oh wow, this thing finally finished the bull market, as you can see here. Since 2006 it was in a bull market, and now finally is entering in a potential bear market here. We don't have enough data, I don't know. Let's see, let me see through the chart if I can see something else. We don't have Bollinger Bands, we don't have nothing here. Okay, let me see Colgate. Colgate weekly chart actually. We have a buy signal here, Bollinger Bands, ADX negative here, looking for a bounce. Yes, definitely. I am looking for 86, 90, around there. Okay, now let's talk about, for example, Netflix. Netflix buy opportunity here, definitely yes. This is a buy opportunity for me. Weekly chart, right? It's gonna take a couple of months, but it's like this. Google, let's see, Google. Bull market, we are in a bull market here. Volume is very healthy, very, very healthy. Let me see the monthly. Well, we don't have enough data here. Let me see weekly chart. Wow. Only 2011 was a big buy opportunity. Since then, oh my god, it's only just buying the pullbacks. Oh my god, yeah, only the pullbacks, but volume is very healthy. Very, very healthy. Meta. Last big buy opportunity was here, as you can see here. Here. And after that, we are in a bull market here. Breaking this low here. Potentially, we could see a pullback. We will have the pullback here. Buy signal here. Forming potentially is going to be like this. Okay, Nike, I'm very curious because this thing is not moving since long time ago. I was looking for a bounce here. Oh wow, we have multiple bullet divergences forming here in the monthly chart, as you can see here. Okay, is getting ready potentially for a new phase. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think that's all for today. Let me see the currencies because I am waiting for the yen to finally break 160. 160. Let me see. Weekly chart. We're in a bull market here. Bull market here. Volume is very, very, very healthy. We have ADX positive here. This is gonna break. Yeah. Okay. So let me go back to Bitcoin, and I think that's all. Let me see in 4-hour chart recap for Bitcoin. I am looking for a pullback. This pullback should be like this, right? Of course, after I see $89,000 tested around here, around this area, I will just protect my entry, looking for maybe 87. But don't get me wrong, if we see this pullback, it's gonna be a buy opportunity, at least for me, a long opportunity, because I'm looking for an ABC bounce, A, B, and C. And I'm planning to, if we have this pullback, I'm planning to ride the C wave because usually is the strongest wave. And this one is gonna be our Christmas potentially, you know, Christmas rally, right? This could be our Christmas rally, and after that to zero, right? In 2026. Okay. So well, okay, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next Monday. Have